Hey, what's going on, everybody? So here I am in my blue room. Take a look at this. I like this shit. It makes all my clothes, because I usually wear either yellow or orange. Makes all my clothes nice and neon like. But anyways, this isn't about my blue light here. I love the being able to change the colors of my room. I like that. But anyways, so this video is kind of saddening. Unfortunately, the Raspberry Pis did not become available yesterday on the 15th, like the estimated date a while ago was. So with that being said, is I am gonna probably wind up reaching back out to my guy that I've been getting them from throughout this and see if he can get them. But it is gonna take a little bit longer for him to get them, and they are more expensive. Um, I, in the last batch here that I have been making, have um, had to have raised the price. I just actually sat down and went through and realized that there's a price hike on pretty much everything that I am dealing with. And so, but I only raised the price by $10 because that's really what I just, even though everything else has went up a little bit more, I still only raised the price by $10, so it's 230.50 now, as of was this March 16th. Um, if I reevaluate here in the next few weeks and there's more things going up, then I might have to increase it some more. Um, as I order new inventory, I am unfortunately gonna have to wait for this stuff to come in once I place the order. It sometimes takes 2 to 3 weeks. I do have a pretty large waiting list for those of you that have been paying attention and going to the website of GMRS.network. Um, there's quite a waiting list when you submit yourself. When you go into GMRS.network and you go into the Radio Box SN page and you go to click, there is no order form, there is nothing. It literally just says email, and it gives the GMRS network at gmail.com as the email to email. Pretty much all you're doing at that point is being entered in on a waiting list once you send in the email. I mean, it says to ask for availability, and unfortunately, with the way things are going right now, there is no availability. Um, there's about 7 people on the waiting list. I've got 4 people that I am making them for currently right now. I've got 2 in testing. Unfortunately, with RF, it's finicky. I can only test 1 to 2 at a time, because they'll start bleeding over on each other. These things are not meant to be in a RF environment. They are triple eight S's. They have weakened receivers compared to other radios and weakened PL filters. So when you're trying to put more than one in residence, it's a little hard getting the spacing right to be able to test more than 2 without getting some kind of interference. I've learned when I start testing 3 that one will start fucking with the other one, and then it make me think I have an issue when there is no issue. It's just there's too much going on, and the fact that I have massive towers less than 100 feet behind me here that are pumping out gobs of power, and it's a little bit sloppy on their part as well. But anyways, uh, so yeah, there's people that are smart about it, and they're asking for availability, and pretty much when they ask, they get their spot held in the line, and I let them know you're held in line. But I don't want to get so far to the point where I feel like I'm working again. This is a hobby to me, and I enjoy doing it. But sometimes when I feel like I'm working, I start screwing things up, and that's when I have things that are failing. That's one other thing that I'm starting to run into here too, is I'm buying old stock from these places. I am getting these radios brand new, but when I crack them open, they're from 2016. I think I've mentioned that in a couple other videos. And they have little quirks, like the PL filter doesn't work the best, so I have to put it on a DPL. All the boxes have now been switched to DPL. And for those of you that have purchased one within this year, you pretty much have to be on a DPL channel, and I'm really going to have to go through the software again and put everything to a DPL, because people are putting them on PLs and then it's causing issues, um, where it's just constantly keying and rekeying and keying and rekeying. But yeah, so that's the unfortunate part, and hopefully here in the next couple of weeks we can start cleaning up that waiting list. But unfortunately, at this point, I don't even see an end into having a waiting list. Um, and unfortunately, there are some people that are using this opportunity to go to other places as well, which kind of pisses me off a little bit, because the whole point is to grow the GMRS Link network, not other places. And a lot of fucking hams are getting in here and ordering these things and putting them on All Star, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit, and that's one of the reasons why the price is hiked up as well, as a little bit over the price of it, because of the fact when I first started doing this, it was the only network. The hams weren't privy to the fact that I am making these things, and they will work on All Star, and they have figured out over the years. And now that all the ham guys shit is sold out and they don't have the resources like I do, then they're coming over here and they're buying it from here, and it's not helping the GMRS community, which I am trying to do. Which actually, I'm trying to help the radio in general, not even so much GMRS. I mean, yes, the network is GMRS based, but we don't run the network like a typical GMRS or even amateur group. We don't self police, because why? Why should we? We are not the police. We are not the radio police. We are not the FCC. So why should we self-police the network? Unless there's somebody that's just completely being an ass, which I have been called a jackass, because I like playing games, and unfortunately there are some people that get too butthurt and didn't like the fact that I was playing games. But I really only do that on Zello, because I can't last too long in a Zello room. They give them admins way too much power, and it goes to their fucking head, and they just start booting people that are just simply trying to have fun and get a rise out of people, and and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like Zillow. It gives people too much control and too much power, and it goes to their head. And I don't want. I mean, the network. I can shut down nodes if I wanted to, and the only reason why I do shut down nodes or drop a node from the network is because it's causing an issue. That is the only reason. If somebody's node is just happened to be dead keying for whatever reason, because we do have a lot of do-it-yourselfers, and sometimes the boxes have a little bit of flaw sometimes, but I take care of the boxes if they have an issue. But anyways, if we have somebody's node that screws up, then there's the people that could kick it from the hub, but they're not blocked. We've had people come back after 2 years, and they're able to get back in there, no problem. I don't kick people loose. I don't feel that it's right. And each and everybody that has purchased a box or have made a box is pretty much invested in the network. They have equal stake into the network, and yes, there might be people that have spent thousands of dollars on a repeater. That means nothing to me when it comes to the network. Or everybody is equally invested, in my eyes, into the network. So who am I to sit here and tell you that your investment means nothing now because I feel like it? Where with Zello, I have nothing invested in it. I use my phone. And, so I guess that's why they have the right to be able to be dicks about things. I mean, for the 2% of the times I feel like going on there and just fucking around, and people just don't know how to deal with it. So they block me. It's funny because I can go on to any fucking Zello channel that has nothing to do with GMRS and do the same stupid, silly shit that I do in them rooms that get me banded. And I get people in the other non GMRS rooms that actually join in and participate. So, yeah, I don't. It just makes it ruins and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and why I'm almost wanting to just get out of GMRS in general and stop marketing to the uptight prudes, because I'm sick of it. The people on the TGLN have pretty much been laid back, and I do occasionally get the one person that hasn't watched my videos, and all I can do is laugh at them because I try to make it publicly known we don't police ourselves. We don't expect you to police us. And actually, if I hear somebody getting on to somebody for something stupid, I mean, if somebody's coming on there and being a complete dick, stand up for yourself. Stand up for the people you're talking with. Absolutely. But as far as enforcing rules and regulations, not our job. It's not. None of our jobs. So if you get butthurt over something, that's your problem, not ours. And don't be sending me emails or anybody else emails telling us about ourselves, because we know, we listen, we're here. I've been on this network for over 4 years now. I know what goes on. Do I care? No. Do I care when there's something dead keying? Yes, because then that's investment jeopardy. You could blow up somebody's hardware because your node fucked up. So absolutely, I have to pay attention to that, and I have to make sure there's people that have the ability to take care of that. As far as somebody coming on like this fucking dude we've got in New York, and this is why I don't like repeaters. All he does is come on and goes, ha ha ha. We don't know who the fuck it is. The repeater owner at this point doesn't even use this shit. I don't know why he doesn't use this shit. I haven't heard this guy in over like 6 to 8 months or something like that. And I'm starting to wonder if he died and just left the repeater on, but the repeater was at his house. I mean, granted, we can get it in with simplex nodes like that, but then that person is really, really close to you versus somebody trying to put up a repeater and put in for the usage. We really have, over the years, turned into a simplex node network. And it's because a lot of repeater owners are just stuck up in their ways, and they've got this expensive chunk of machinery, and then they ask to join. If they do, then I'm telling them, oh, you got to get rid of your controller, you got to put the Pi in line, it's easier that way. Or if you wire it into the controller, you got to give all your permissions to the Pi instead of your controller. And they're like, what? Oh, I just spent all this money on this stupid Ideomatic. Well, it's not my fault you went to Ideomatic. This Pi and the software could do 10 times fold what that little Ideomatic will do for you. You just got to figure it out. But so, and I used to go through and send emails out to repeater owners every couple of weeks and updated listings, but they're just too uptight, and it's just easier for simplex nodes. And the issue that you run into when you have repeaters sometimes is you do have people, and there was a comment made by a gentleman on my conversation a little on people not using the network, and it was very true. The thing is with repeaters and actually being repeatered is you're in a small area, and the thing is they know each other. And we're running into the situation now where we've got a group of people that are on a repeater, and they're all running in on each other, and they all know each other, and they all talk to each other. And I'm kind of jealous. I mean, you hear them, I'm going back and forth to their places and stuff. I can't just jump in my car. I mean, I got one guy I could jump in my car and go talk to, and he doesn't come on my radio very often. But, I'm kind of jealous on that. And the fact is, they tie up the air most of the time because nobody else is. I can't get mad at them for using it, but I mean, they do have other things they could tie up instead of a national system. But if they don't use it, then the national system sits there fucking dead because the people are too scared to just say, hey, anybody out there. Although after the last video I produced, there has been a lot more traffic on there, but I think it kind of died out again. Um, but hopefully, as the people, get back into the swing of things, they can start getting back into radio. Um, there has been a lot of conversation on here, and it's the network is worth itself in $1 million because of the fact of the knowledge that's on there. You never ever know who you're going to talk to, what information they have to share with you. It's a lot easier sitting here and I bullshit with these guys all day, every day, and I sit here and talk to them, and then if I have something come up in there, and they just happen to hear hey, that's my area expertise, and then they offer their knowledge. It's awesome the type of people that we have on here, and the type of people we do have listening that occasionally key up. But I have been rambling for almost 15 minutes here. I'm trying to hesitate on going out. It's colder in the mornings and it's starting to get a little warmer during the day, so I'm trying to wait for the sun to come up. Yeah, this video was not supposed to be this long. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, if you do decide to join, you actually use your equipment, unlike some of the people that are on here now. So thanks for watching.